Old man got lost in a strange town. He didn't expect to meet Lisa at that moment. After confirming this, he realized that it wasn't Lisa from the cartoon who had come to life. Instead, he had traveled back in time to the world of the cartoon. Just yesterday, Roy, 56, was made redundant from his company. He had worked here for 35 years and had worked hard for half his life. When he left, none of his colleagues said goodbye to him. He returned to his empty home alone. He knelt in front of his wife's portrait and silently confided, "The economy is in the doldrums. There are too many people like him who are unemployed in their old age." His daughter had married far away and was very busy at work. What will he do on his own? Opening the lunchbox. This fast food is Roy's dinner tonight. He likes to watch cartoons while he eats. It's not that the older Roy is so childish. It's the lively atmosphere of Lisa's family. It warms his lonely, cold heart. He misses his family a little after thinking about it for a long time. So he called his daughter in the field. When she found out he had been dismissed, she looked a bit nervous. Perhaps she was worried that her husband might have a problem with it. She hurriedly said, "Dad, you can't live with us." I know. He wasn't actually planning to move in with his daughter. But when his daughter suddenly said that, Roy still felt a little chilled. He told his daughter he would be looking for a job soon. He told her to just take care of the kids. After hanging up the phone, Roy felt even lonelier. Early the next morning, Roy arrived early at the job market, but he was too old, and he didn't know how to use a computer. No company would hire him. Seeing so many young people looking for work, he suddenly realized, at 56 years old, he was hardly competitive. Roy was walking back with his head down, but was accidentally knocked to the ground by someone. The young man was just playing with his phone, just stood there for a moment looking at him. Then he turned around and left in a hurry. Roy had to clean up his own, the resume that had fallen on the floor. There were many young people coming and going, and not one of them was willing to help him. In this day and age, people are too cold. Getting on the train home, the passengers are all on their mobile phones with their heads down. Not a single person in the carriage is talking. Roy sat there. He looked so out of place. Suddenly he felt that, nowadays, everyone only thinks about themselves. No one cares about himself, just an old man out of time. And when he thought about it, Roy was a little sad. He squeezed his eyes shut to hold back the tears, but a single tear escaped. When he opened his eyes again, suddenly he noticed that everyone in the carriage had disappeared. He wondered, had he missed his stop? As he stepped off the tram, he realized this was not the platform for his journey home. He was a bit puzzled and curious, so he walked into town on his own. He had never been on this street before, but somehow, there was always a familiar feeling. The people here are very welcoming. The neighbors would greet each other. There's a sense of life everywhere. Even when they see a strange Roy, they would smile and nod their heads. And that's when Roy was accidentally bumped into by a young man. But this time, not only would the young man apologize repeatedly, even the people around him would also anxiously help him up. When he came to a park, Roy sits quietly admiring the view. As the sunset rays fell on his face, the warmth seemed to make him forget the sadness of his own time. This town was really different from the city he lived in.